All right, today is like June 10th. I'm tired as hell right now. I'm driving to school to do some graduation practice, and I'm tired because I spent like hella time up last night just fucking around with my friends. And one of the things that we were just like doing or just like discussing was the black pill. Black pill is like it's just a term for like a trend basically, where people who take the black pill are like basically accepting or saying that they don't have a chance at like looking good and stuff because of like their genetics and stuff like that. And I think that one of the reasons people are very I think that for a long time when you're a kid, you're given like you're peddled a false narrative about appearances and looks. You know, you watch Beauty and the Beast, and the pretty girl likes the Beast, and you know, and that's like she doesn't care about the looks, and that's you know, she like loves him, and then he actually turns into Prince Charming, right? And that's a win, right? So it's like it undermines that whole message. Same thing with stories like the ugly duckling. You know, this little duckling is ugly. Fuck this little duckling, right? But they actually gain a bunch of self-value and a bunch of self-worth when they turn into a beautiful swan, and they're actually like fucking magnificent, and then they get to be like all cool and shit. But it's not like he wasn't cool when he was ugly. He only became cool when he was beautiful. And when you're a kid, you don't really realize, you don't look at the undertones of those messages. You just think of, wow, the ugly duckling then became really pretty and cool. And like that can happen to me. Like I might feel like a little ugly duckling right now, but you know, I can grow into a beautiful swan. And what people are saying now is that, matter of fact, you can't. Like your genetics and your like just your DNA, man, just shit that makes you limit you to look like fucking Prince Charming. I'm not gonna say, I think I saw a video where it was like everyone's beautiful, and it was kind of a nice video. It was a very heartwarming video. It was like it was like, you know, edited to like some music with like a montage of just a bunch of different looking people, and they all looked like beautiful, right? Like, I'll be honest, like everyone looked cool. The sad part is that, and we live in a society where your looks you're not judged on a one-by-one basis, right? You're not judged like, you're not like judged in a vacuum. You're compared all the time. This is true in everything, and this is true with your intelligence. This is true with, you know, your charisma, your everything. Everything is not compared in a vacuum, right? You're compared to other people. And the sad part is that we live in America, or I live in America, where beauty standards are centered around like Eurocentric beauty standards of fucking masculine features, white, tall. That's it. Like if you have masculine features and you're tall and you're white, you're looking pretty good. And I can't say that's the true for me. I can't say that's true for a lot of people. And their genetics just don't allow them to do that. Like, you can't teach being 6'4". You can't gua sha your ass to be fucking, to like grow, like fucking get your bones to look better. Like, you can't control that. And looks maxing, which is another community on TikTok, will peddle you this narrative, or will make you believe that you can change that. They'll be like, oh, you can take, I don't know, you chew mastic gum, and then your jawline is going to be better. And then if you take this supplement, then you're going to grow more because of all this science. And I mean, maybe there's truth to it. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a looks maxing scientist. However, there's definitely like a genetic potential. If both your parents are short, odds are you're going to be short too. I lucked out. For me personally, I'm super lucky because like I feel like I'm pretty genetically like gifted, I would say. I'm like 6'1", and who knows, maybe I'll grow like another half an inch, maybe be like 6'2", because I'm like 6'1.5". So I'm pretty happy with that. And you know, I'm not super tall, but I'm not short. I don't know, you know, so I can be thankful for that. And even like even as Blackpool people are talking about how they're freaking, how even like, because another common narrative that's, what the fuck? There's a yield there, buddy. Yeah, nice one. Fucking dumbass. God, what an idiot. Whatever. But like, a lot of people say, yo, just be confident, man. Just be confident, you know? Girls just like confidence. Oh, man. Oh, God. I'll explain why I'm chuckling in a second. But, you know, they say, oh, just be confident. Just be charismatic. And then Blackpool people are saying, actually, like, the amount of neurons and, like, neurological activity that you have is based off of your genetics. So, actually, it's not just be confident. Like, some people genetically are predisposed to not be good at being charismatic, which is, like, fucked up, man. Like I think I'm a pretty charismatic guy, so I guess I lucked out there as well. But I was chuckling because just thinking about, like, imagine if girls saw this shit, bro. This is the saddest fucking cesspit on the internet. Like, it's genuinely sad. Like, there's a lot of sad, like, communities in the internet. What comes to mind instantly is, like, incels. But this is getting pretty close, you know. I think that there's, like, a Venn diagram of people that believe in freaking black pill and are incels. But I could see why these people are frustrated, because they're not wrong, right? Like, that's the thing. Sure, you can go to the gym, right? You know, you can go work out. You can, like, build some muscle. But even in, like, bodybuilding, genetics is such a limiting factor. You'll hear it all in, like, I mean, I'm not a bodybuilder, definitely. Obviously, look at my fucking face. But I'm, like, somewhat in tune with, like, the bodybuilding community a little bit. They preach all the time, if your genetics aren't good, you have no chance. Like, it's literally all just genetics. It's all like, do you have the genetics to put on the right type of muscle that looks aesthetic? And it's all just to meet some sort of convention that they decided upon, you know, like what's aesthetically, what looks the best to us. And, you know, it's not about like getting the most muscle, it's about looking the best with the muscle. You can't control how your muscle looks on you. So these people are like, I can't control that, I can't control anything, you know? Like, it's a pretty sad thing, and it's true. Like, they really can't control anything, or there's very little things you can control, and you're kind of like preset to be like a certain way, which I think is sad. And I think this, aside from just genetics, also like your geographical location, your socioeconomic status at birth, all those kind of things impact you so greatly, and you have no control at all. It's not fucking some kid's fault that he was born in Gaza right now and is getting bombed by Israel. Like, it's, what the fuck is Israel, right? Like, that's not his fault or her fault. They are just a fucking kid, and they just got born into like a shitty circumstance. It's not, you know, some kid's fault that he was born like in the slums of, I don't know, Mumbai, and he wasn't born in that, like, you know, in a penthouse apartment in New York, or born into that life. No control at all. And I think, I'm surprised there hasn't been another fucking trend or movement where it's talking about that. Actually, I mean, I saw a little bit of something called the money pill that might be on the up and up for the trends, but it's basically saying like, yeah, like you just had no control. But I think that first of all, you can, with exceptions, you can build yourself up to like get more money and like more status, but there's a limit to that. If I was born in like Gaza, right, like I'm literally like getting bombed every day, the chances that I become like a freaking millionaire with like a private jet and like living in a mansion with a Bugatti and a Ferrari and shit are next to none, right? Like, let's be honest. But then if I was born in America, middle class, where I am from, like right here, like, I don't think that it's improbable. I don't think that it's impossible that, I maybe make a lot of money in my life. Like, I'm in a pretty good position to do that. But the thing with the black pill is that they don't have there is no way to, make your genes better. Scientifically, there's like gene editing is coming out, but that'd have to be done at birth, and your parents would have to be like fucking locked in and like, yeah, bro, let's give this guy wide clavicles, narrow waist, high bone density, high cheekbones, positive canthal tilt. Like, oh my God, it's just a cesspit. Like, this shit, I was looking in the mirror this morning, and I was like, fuck me. Like, it just gives you such a shitty mindset, right? Like, that's why, like, the money pill, right, if we want to call it that, it's bad because, you have a chance of changing it. And even then, like, there's no point in dwelling on the things you can't control. Famous dude named from about 2,000 years ago. His name's Marcus Aurelius. He wrote Meditations. In Meditations, he wrote, you should not, dwell on things that are outside of your control. Right? Like, I think the black pill people, it's honestly probably a good pill to take. It's probably a good thing to, like, accept. But it's not a good thing to dwell on. It's not a good thing to spend your time sitting there like, God, I can't make my fucking cheeks more hollow. I can't make my eyes look better. I can't, I'm too short. I'm too this. I'm too ugly. Dude, first of all, I'm not going to say it's okay or like it doesn't suck. I mean, I'm pretty fortunate. I don't think I'm completely chopped, but I know I don't look like Henry Cavill, and I'll never look like Henry Cavill, right? I'll never look like fucking Marlon from Kai Cenat. Like, risen up on a shotties. That's not gonna be me. That's fine. You just gotta be able to like let go of the belief that first of all that you could be like that, but you also gotta be able to accept the fact that you had no control in the first place, and that's okay, right? Life is about trying to control what you can control, right? And trying to succeed. But sometimes, man, you could do everything right and still be chopped, right? Or you could still fail. And I think that it's more so not the fact that these people don't want to accept that they can't control their thing. It's just that so much of life is influenced by how you look. People's perceptions of you, how people treat you, your earning potential could even be like potentially influenced by how you look. Your confidence is probably like definitely connected to how you look. If you look good, you're going to be more confident. If you're more confident, people are going to like you more. People like you more, you're going to be more confident. It's just a positive cycle where it all just came from just looking good, right? I'm thinking about one of my friends who, this is going to be like an extreme example, but I was talking with him last night, and he looks good, right? He has those features where he's lean, he has he's got muscle, he's got like the masculine features on the face, and in the black pill and looks max beauty, that's pretty much all you need. And he's not short, so he has that, right? And we were talking about it like last night a little bit, like if this dude didn't look like that, he might be like considered like a weirdo, but not really, because it's not like he only like talks about anime or something like that. But we were like talking about animes too last night. I don't really watch anime. I'm trying to get into it. Like, they're giving me recs and stuff, and I was like, because we were also talking about the black pill, I was thinking like, dude, like if you was talking about all this freaking anime shit and you were chopped, people would just think he's a weirdo and like an anime like freaking like anime waifu enjoyer, right? That's an exaggeration because he's like normal, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? Like, that's not just because you like anime don't mean you're some weirdo, but if you look chopped, people are gonna think you're a weirdo for it. So I don't know, it just influences how people look at you, how you're treated. And then I think that, it's a whole different story for girls as well. you know, I'm not complaining here. I think there's some value in it, like realizing that, hey, like, you don't look the best, or you don't conform to the natural, you don't like conform to the fucking beauty standards, but that's okay. And there's nothing you can do about it, and move on from that. Don't like spend your time dwelling on it. I think for girls it's even worse. Like, even more of their perceived value is based off of fucking their looks and their how well they conform to the said stereotypes or said beauty standards. So, you know, it could be worse for us guys, but I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. I just think that there's positives and negatives to the black pill. There, you know, it's probably good to realize that, hey, maybe you are not going to conform to these beauty standards. And I'm just going to say this, like, beauty standards are regionally based. Like, what's beautiful in the Congo is different than what's beautiful in freaking New Canaan, Connecticut. And what's beautiful in like South Korea is going to be different than what's beautiful in, you know, Northern Europe or something like that. It's all regionally like based, you know. But hey, I mean, black pill is kind of good if, you know, realizing that you're chopped. That's good. You know, you don't want to be like living in any false realities, thinking that you're beautiful, because then you're going to start acting weird, and that's probably bad. But it's bad to just spend your time dwelling on it and be like angry about it. Because what's the point of being angry about something you can't control? You know, Marcus Aurelius, you know what I'm saying? Meditations, you know, be smart with how you spend your energy. Don't spend your energy fucking bitching about how you can't, I don't know, grow to be 6'5". Like, I'm not going to be 6'5" in my life. That's okay. Shit. It's fine. It's easier said than done, obviously, but yeah. And yeah, I don't know. And I feel bad because some people they just don't look good, and they have to like compensate for that. Like, I don't know, if you're chopped, maybe. And also, I'm sorry, like when I'm saying chopped, I don't mean it in a negative way. I just mean it in like you just don't conform to the Eurocentric beauty standards. Like, I don't conform to them. I'm not even white, or I'm half white, but my phenotype is not white, so that's not the best for me on the looks matching side. But, you know, knowing your flaws is just good. You know, you don't want to be living without knowing your flaws. So, yeah. That's all I got to say today. Like, comment, and subscribe, chat. See you guys on the next video. Make sure post notifications are on.